B-17 Flying Fortress, the legend of World War II. Imagine a massive bomber that not only fights in the skies but also determines the fate of entire nations. The B-17 Flying Fortress is not just an aircraft, but a true legend of World War II. It embodied the innovations of aviation at the time, and with its help, the Allies began to strike decisive blows against Nazi Germany. But what was behind this aircraft, and why was it called a flying fortress? Let's dive in. Initially, the B-17 was developed to carry out strategic bombings, meaning it had to be capable of delivering bombs over long distances, withstand enemy attacks, and return home. This was an ambitious task for the time. While designing this aircraft, engineers focused not only on its firepower, but also on its protection. This is why the B-17 was equipped with unique armor for that time, several machine guns that protected it from all sides, and a design that allowed the plane to survive after being hit by enemy fire. The first combat use of the B-17 occurred in 1941, and from the first sorties it demonstrated its effectiveness. Despite its heavy build, it rose to the top among other bombers, executing missions that seemed impossible. Unlike its counterparts, the B-17 was designed to work as part of large groups, which provided it protection from enemy fighters and helped it strike strategic targets deep behind enemy lines. But what task did the B-17 perform during World War II, and why did it become a symbol of bomber aviation? Its most important task was the destruction of Nazi Germany's infrastructure. Factories, rail hubs, ammunition depots, and strategically important bridges, all of these were attacked from the air. For this, the B-17 was equipped with a powerful bomb bay capable of carrying tens of thousands of pounds of bombs. These bombers, with their unique design, became not just weapons but carriers of war economies. One of the most famous operations involving the B-17 was Operation Gomorrah in 1943, when the Allies attacked the German city of Hamburg. This was one of the most destructive bombings, and the B-17 played a key role in it. The powerful bombs dropped from the aircraft destroyed not only residential buildings, but also factories that produced weapons for the German army. The result was a complete collapse of the city's infrastructure, with civilian casualties reaching tens of thousands. This was a direct blow to Germany's economy, significantly weakening it on the front. Additionally, the B-17 played a crucial role in strategic air warfare. By destroying vital military objects and disrupting supply routes, this aircraft effectively changed the course of the war. Early in its combat deployment, American pilots and crews began to understand that for victory, it wasn't enough to simply destroy enemy forces. The heart of the German military machine itself needed to be broken, and that's exactly what the B-17 did during its attacks. But what made the B-17 so effective, and why did this aircraft become a legend? One of the key factors was its ability to stay in action even after suffering heavy damage. Thanks to its strong construction and armor, the B-17 could continue fighting even with damaged engines and tail sections. On the front lines, where danger came not only from enemy aircraft, but also from anti-aircraft artillery, this feature made it virtually invulnerable to the enemy. B-17 pilots often reported that even after their planes were severely damaged, they were still able to return to base despite being bombarded with intense fire. Every flight of the B-17 was a real trial for the pilot and crew. Up to 10 people were aboard: pilots, gunners, radio operators, and mechanics. They all had to work together as a single mechanism. In combat conditions, each crew member played a key role. Shooting down fighters, conducting bombing runs, and navigating all required remarkable coordination and professionalism. The pilots and crews of the B-17 became true heroes. They not only survived in the toughest conditions, but also accomplished tasks that many thought were impossible. The B-17 Flying Fortress became a true flying fortress, which not only played a key role in destroying the military power of Germany, but also changed the course of history. This aircraft became a symbol of courage, determination, and innovation. At times, it was called a flying nightmare for German troops, as its participation in battles truly left an indelible mark on the fate of the war. So how would the war have looked without the B-17? This question remains open, but one thing is certain. Without this legendary bomber, the history of World War II would have been completely different. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a comment and share your thoughts on how the B-17 changed the course of the war. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more stories about military technology and its influence on world history.